questioning Ted Williams. Triston Casas, that is. He did it there post-game on Nesson, and then he did it again in the clubhouse about whether or not the red seat is real. That's a battle he wants to wage.
I hate that.
That's a war he wants to wage, I should say. He wants to start that crap. Why is that guy such a dick?
Right?
What's his deal?
Ooh, I got a defense on this one.
What's his deal? He doesn't think Ted Williams can hit the ball 500 feet?
So he's
It's 502 feet.
He's not the only one. David Ortiz said it himself. Mo Vaughn definitely said it back in the day.
What do you mean you just put that disrespect on Mo Vaughn stage? Show me that quote.
Yeah.
Show me that quote.
You want it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get you
Give me
that quote, sir,
Give me
right
Mo
now.
Vaughn's
Would you
quote.
like me to tweet it out, too?
He was obviously kidding.
Yeah.
No,
I want the quote.
no, he was not.
Why is anyone going to engage in that?
That's a losing battle.
That's a losing battle. Losing battle.
Listen, I put respect on Ted Williams' name.
Okay.
I believe the ball was hit up there whether he did it or not.
All right, let's say it's fudged a little bit.
I bet Milliken's a Ted Williams truther, by the
Okay,
way.
so let me get this straight. so Casas hit one what? It was 429 he hit the ball?
Yeah.
429. And let's say 502 is wrong, right? They fudged it for Ted Williams a little bit, Ted Williams being the greatest hitter that ever lived. So what was it then? He thinks Ted hit it 429 or 428? He thinks he beat Ted Williams over the weekend?
I agree with that one.
Because I would say, kiss my ass, Casas. What are you talking about? All right, so he didn't hit it 502. He hit it 490.
Yeah.
He hit it 485. I can tell you this. You didn't come close, so shut your mouth, Casas. And don't start picking a fight with the legend of Ted Williams. Don't do that. That's stupid.
You don't do that.
Idiot.
But others have. And I'll get you the quotes. I'll get those to you. I read it last night. That's why I.
Oh, good. Let's hear it.
Well, I'll
Wait,
get
where
it.
were you last
I'll
night?
Get it for
Were you on?
I was at a great event called the Boston Bullpen Project at the Jordan's Furniture. Outstanding crew. Ran into Dan Shaughnessy. He was out and about.
Nice.
It's great to see
Glad
him.
to hear that. All right, give me the quotes.
I gotta get
Mo
it.
Vaughn.
Let me get it.
The Mo Vaughn.
The Mo
Yes.
Vaughn. But just
the hit dog.
Triston Casas shouldn't be talking about how far his home runs go. That's the point. That's the point of all this.
That's kind of my point about if you don't think it was 502, you think you beat him over the weekend, pal? Like, what'd you think, Mo? You thought that Ted Williams was 425? By the way, I fully believe that Ted Williams could hit the ball 500 feet.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
I don't know if the seat is legit or not, but I'll tell you what, if it's not legit, he came close.
The furthest ball, the two guys I think whoever hit the furthest balls I've ever seen, and I don't know if
Manny in the dome was
Manny in the
insane.
but at Fenway though, McGuire hit one dead center. That and an Albert Bell hit another one.
I remember A-Rod hit one off the back wall in center. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because you don't see that one very often.
Yeah.
Manny put one off the Coke bottles back in the day, too. That was a rocket. I remember that.
One of the hardest hit home runs I've ever seen at Fenway was when Manny was with the Indians and hit one in a playoff game. I think it was 98. 98 would have been the year. And he hit one over the monster that was out of the park in like 2 seconds and felt like it was still
going
climbing.
up. Yeah.
And that was in the late 90s when he was still with the Indians. What do we got? You got that quote?
I'm working on it.
Now the internet's a little spotty all of a
remember
sudden.
that time that David Ortiz and Mo Vaughn trashed
I want to get the exact quote.
No, I don't, actually. I'd like to have my memory refreshed. But for some reason, it irritates me coming from Triston Casas.
Didn't Manny hit one like
Yeah, well,
500?
I would say that Mo Vaughn and David Ortiz are in a different class.
Oh, we can't hear
I
T-Bone.
couldn't hear you.
Didn't he hit one like 500 feet his like first or second year with the Red Sox?
Who were you referring
Manny,
to?
back when they had the Coke bottles.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Manny hit that one. He also had that one. Were they in Japan? Is that where they were?
I thought that was Toronto.
Maybe. Didn't he have one or was that Ortiz? I just remember some of those smashes. Like, Ted Williams could have done that. He could have pulled that off. All right, fine. The red seat's fake. Fine. Oh, it's only 490.
Yeah.
That's only 485. Fine. Yours was 429 over the weekend. And we've seen you play the field.
429.
Like that's a fight that he wants to pick
I think we
today.
could hit them 429 in high
I'm still
school.
waiting for these quotes.
I'm working on it.
Guy throws out these quotes in our face and then has nothing. Go ahead.
I believe I want to say it was I read it in Pete Abraham's
He's sounding
story, but I'm
less
getting
sure of himself.
Let me find
By
the
the
story.
minute- By the minute, you're sounding less sure of yourself on this.
I'm not less. I'm very confident that the other guys have done it and we're not criticized for it.
How do you know?
Because when you're David Ortiz and Mo Vaughn,
Right.
nobody criticizes you.
I guess here's the difference. When you're David Ortiz and you win 3 World Series titles and you literally carry your team, like in 2 of them that you could point to and say, this guy singularly carried his team in a sport that it's damn near impossible to do that. Maybe that was why. Maybe that was why they
get a little bit more
You get a
wiggle
little more
room.
leeway to just have a conversation about it. Right? You're not a second-year guy who needs someone to instruct him on how to catch a pop-up in front of his own dugout. In a ballpark where the dugouts are right in front of your bag.
Yeah.
That are so far down the line.
Okay, here's what I got.
Here we go, finally.
This is from the Boston Globe. I'm reading on Boston.com.
Never heard of it.
Casas was talking about the Ted Williams seat.
Yeah.
Yep.
He called Ted Williams a fraud.
Connor Roach wrote this article. And this comes from Ortiz saying, I don't think anyone has ever hit one there, said Ortiz back in 2015. I went up there and sat there one time. That's far. Listen, and he talked about some other guys, but he basically didn't believe that he hit it that far. And I'm trying to find the quote of Mo Vaughn to make sure that
Was he asked about it by Shaughnessy? Is that how that started?
Yeah, it's an article from 2015 I can pull up here.
I'm vaguely remembering this now.
Let me open that up so I can...
So he didn't, on his own, decide one day to start talking about the Red Sea.
It was actually Alex Spear, July 13th, 2015. And it was a home run that Ortiz hit one night. They were saying that that he hit one that was close, but Ortiz went, cough, bull, regarding the Red Sea home run.
But he got close. How far was his home run that night?
I'll have to get the...
I bet it was longer than 429. That is the home run, right? It's 429.
It was 429.
429. I want to make sure I had the number right. I bet Ortiz didn't hit it 429. Bet he hit it like 460.
I'm sure it was.
Right?
Yeah.
Then he started talking about the seed a little bit.
Yeah. I think over 450, you can have that discussion.
Yeah, it's a good line.
429. Barely cleared the bullpen.
Basically, Ortiz said that he crushed one, and it wasn't even close, is what he said. And I'm looking up the Mo Vaughn, because I did read this last night, and I went, oh, Mo questioned it too?
Well, Mo's
and
royalty.
Ortiz? But they are, you're right. They're royalty here, and Casas is just a guy that likes to get sun in the outfield and hits a couple of balls.
I mean, Triston Casas could certainly get to the level of those guys.
I like Casas.
If he plays like 4 more, 5 more years and hits a bunch of home runs, he might be. He might be allowed to start talking about it again. Not now.
Random take.
Yes. On
Casas.
What about him?
The only really reasons we watch the Red Sox, for the most part, are the history, right? Like opening day, they brought back the 04 team, but most of the great guys weren't even there.
Yeah.
Right? The manager wasn't even there. Page, there were certain guys. But then referencing the old Red Sox, I feel like might be a way for these guys to get over, because they're not getting over on who they are.
Well, don't do it this way.
Well, don't question the red seat. Put the guy over. Be like, oh, I'll never hit one where Ted went. Because that's respect. This,
I would have liked
a little
that.
bit of disrespect.
I would have liked that.
Yeah.
If that's how he put it.
That's not the approach he took, though.
No, definitely not. No, the approach he took was, I hit a big, long home run, and that seat up there is bogus.
Yeah.
What? Well, you only came up 73 feet short, so I'm just curious why you felt the need to talk about the seat today. If you came up 10 feet short, I might be willing to hear it from you. You're only 73 feet short of where it landed, pal. That's all. That's all it is. No, it's a good day to dump all over Ted Williams. The team is so good this year, and they're so fundamentally
stack
sound.
up a couple wins, yeah.
I mean, you know why? You know why I think I find it disrespectful? Because you will not find someone who studied his craft more or was more fundamentally sound in playing the sport than Ted Williams. He literally wrote the book on hitting, okay? A book that current players are still drawing lessons from in that book. And this is going to be the guy who questions him? The clown from Friday night, that clown show? Like, fundamental-wise?
Fair.
Just a quick note on that game, too, where Ted Williams hit that home run. Red Sox won.
Note, please.
Red Sox won that game 7-1 against the Tigers to move to 38-9 on the season.
Wow, that's a good record.
Well, all I know is Casas can't hit like Ted Williams.
No.
Okay.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.